Hi, let's look at the question of climate-related deaths and disasters. Climate-related disasters have plagued humanity throughout human history. For millennia, climate-related disasters have been killing people in large numbers as it happens. And leftists act as though every climate-related disaster and death is unique to the modern industrial world. Yes, they really are this stupid. We have struggled against climate for our entire existence as a species. The worst climate-related catastrophe in the United States was in Galveston, Texas in the year 1900. It killed thousands. And how does that square with our current climate-related hysterics? That disaster killed more people than any other climate-related disaster in American history. And reflect on the fact that population densities were much lower. So this was a disaster on epic proportion. The fact is, again, climate has been killing large numbers of human beings throughout our history for thousands of years, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. Now, with fossil fuels and climate control, your air conditioning and indoor heating, we can survive bitter cold and sweltering heat. In fact, climate-related deaths have dropped 99% from a century ago. That's right. Well, the screaming of the leftists and the climate alarmists are growing ever more shrill. Climate-related deaths have been plummeting. Currently, people are dying needlessly because poor people aren't able to afford to build to our current standards. They don't have our advanced healthcare. They don't have early warning systems. They certainly don't have air conditioning and heating. The vast majority of deaths from climate are in very poor and impoverished countries. And by vast, I mean about 95%. They desperately need cheap, reliable, efficient energy to escape poverty. And that means fossil fuels. And their increased prosperity, that will bring prosperity to everybody. It's not a zero-sum game. That's a myth. It will reduce prices and increase wealth for everyone. Green energy is an absolute lie, and yes, this movement is a cult. But the privileged elite, they aren't actually worried about the world's poor. They are worried about their comfortable lives and their image as virtuous social justice angels. And they want the power to control your life. And by the car you drive, electric. The food you eat, bugs. Your stove, no gas stove for you. Your air conditioning, it's too high. Everything, every aspect of your life, they want to control, militantly coerce you into conformity. And guess what? The world's poor are not dying in mass numbers from climate-related disasters. This is a lie. It's a myth. They are dying in mass numbers from pollution, from burning wood, dirty coal, dung, cardboard to heat their homes and to cook with. And by mass numbers, I mean literally millions of people each year die. They are dying. And they are dying in equal, if not greater numbers, from the lack of clean water and sanitation. The world's poor need cheap, reliable energy, water and sanitation systems, and they take money. Green policies will keep them poor and plagued with disease. Again, this movement is a cult. And by the way, did you know, surprising fact, more people die every year from the cold than the heat. And the increased CO2 that's been emitted in the atmosphere, that has increased biomass, right? Biomass. We can actually produce more fuel or more food with less land mass because of man-made CO2. Yep. More food, less land. And better yet, land that was previously desertified, they're coming back. Deserts are now turning green. Yes, leftists are disastrously wrong about absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. I hope you will check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon. Not important, important because I wrote it. I wrote it because the issues could not be more important. This ideology, it's coming for you. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Bye-bye.